What's up guys? Today is going to be my 8-week review / follow-up on my Peloton bike. And real quick before we get started in the video, I'm not paid to say any of this. This is just my opinions. I bought this bike as a customer, just like you may have, or you might if you're watching this video. And these are just my own opinions, my thoughts and opinions based off of my personal experience using it. So I bought my Peloton back in March and I got it on a Friday, and that would be March 29th. So that was my very first ride. And I've ridden very consecutively ever since, probably 5+ times a week. So I'm going to go ahead and pop up a screen recording from my iPhone. I have this little smart scale deal, so I don't know how accurate it is, whether it's, wrong or not. At least I'm weighing myself consistently daily on the same exact scale wearing similar clothing. So just go ahead and get that out of the way. So right here you can see on March 28th, this was my first weigh-in, and I was at 196.4 pounds. My average body fat was 26.5%. And the last time I had weighed myself was actually April of a year prior. So I had gained 16.8 pounds since April of, 2018, I guess. I can't quite remember if it was 1 year or 2 years, but either way, I gained a significant amount of weight. I started at 196.4 and 26.5% body fat. So I'm going to scroll to this morning. So today, I weighed in at 187. And my average body fat was 24.8%. So I went from about 196, I think I just said, to 187. Yeah, 196.4. So I'm just going to round down to 196. So I went from 196 to 187. So it's 9 pounds. And I've lost over roughly 1.5% body fat. So I'm pretty proud of those results. So the one other thing I'm going to pop over to is in my Peloton app. So you can see how many rides that it took me to get to that point. So if I go to my profile, I have 71 rides, 22 meditations, yoga, and so on and so on. Did a couple runs, but mostly I want to focus on the bike. So I've done 71 rides on the bike over that amount of time. So that's what it's going to take for me to lose 9 pounds, basically. So personally, I think that that's really good for my standards. I'm extremely happy with that. Before I got the Peloton bike, I was doing just a mixture of HIIT home-based workouts and going for jogs. And, I mentioned in my first video, which I'll link up there at the top, that running was just killing my body. So getting the bike has been a very good investment. Still, 8 weeks later, like I said, I've been riding just about every day. I take 1 or 2 days at most off, but I'm at least riding 5+ times a week, usually just once a day. I have done a couple of shorter rides, on the weekend, 2 20-minute rides. But for me, mostly it's going to be a 30-minute ride or a 45-minute ride on most of those rides, just to let you know. And it's helped me lose quite a bit of weight. I've noticed that my pants are fitting a lot looser. My shirts, I don't notice too much in my upper body, but my stomach area, I can notice that I've been slimming down. And again, I've only had it for 8 weeks, so 2 whole months. And I think that I'm just kind of scraping the tip of the iceberg here. So I'm going to be able to hopefully keep losing a little bit more fat. My goal is to eventually get down to 20% fat according to my scale. Again, I don't know how accurate it is, but what I'm going off of, I'm hoping to see that number go from 24.8% body fat down to 20% fat. I don't care too much about my body weight as much as I do the fat. I'm trying to slim that down a little bit more. So I don't want to go too heavily into, a review of the bike because it's done a great job. I'm extremely satisfied with my purchase. Would I buy it again? Yes, I would. I'm really happy with the way that I'm feeling. My legs and joints don't hurt at all from riding this bike all the time. And my heart rate. One other thing I really want to point out is I wear a heart rate monitor. When I first started riding the Peloton, my peak heart rate would be quite a bit higher than what it is right now. So 8 weeks later, I've noticed that it takes a lot of effort for me to get above 140 beats per minute on my heart rate. Most of the time I'm living in that 120 to 130 range. So again, I have to turn up the resistance to 60+ to get my heart rate up past a certain level. So it shows me that my cardiovascular health has improved significantly, and that's helped my blood pressure lower. So health benefits are definitely really good, and that alone has kept me moving forward with my rides on the bike. So I'm going to talk about a couple of negatives that I've noticed on the bike, not the bike itself. It's tricky to talk about, but really for me, I think not all of the instructors are going to work out for everybody, obviously. So there are some instructors that I just don't care to do their rides. Personally, I just don't like them. They can get just annoying to listen to. And my other knock is I think that most of the music is awful. Now that's just my personal taste. It's, you could love the music if you're watching this video, but personally I'm like a punk rock / alternative rock kind of person, more towards the heavier rock even. And there have only been a couple of rides that I've actually enjoyed the music. Most of the time I have to drown it out. As a matter of fact, I've gone as far as to put on my headphones and listen to music on my phone and drown out the music on the actual bike. I'll pop up a little screen clip that I took this morning. But as of May 1st, if you take a pre-recorded class, they put like the goals of each section, so you don't actually have to hear the instructor. So you'll know what your target cadence and resistance levels should be at. So that actually makes it a lot easier for you to drown out the music, as well as if you press the volume button on the tablet, you can select your mix, whether it's like the original mix or more instructor or more music. So I think that those were really good updates that were incorporated. And like I said, that kind of has helped me drown out the music just a little bit, because I just don't like a lot of the modern dancey kind of music that they play. I'm just not into it. There seems to be a lot of modern music and then a lot of 80s rides. The 80s rides are okay. My favorite, I'd have to say, are going to be the country rides that I do, but usually there's only one, maybe two of those a week. And I don't like to repeat workouts, so it's kind of like I'm a one and done kind of person. I like to move on, because that little new freshness of each ride is what keeps me excited and motivated to keep coming back to the bike 5+ times a week. So I get bored very quickly with things, and I don't find that it works well for me to repeat classes. So there are not too many rock inspired rides, but again, most of them are 80s rock. But every once in a while, there's a good alternative mix, and like I said, it's less than 5 times for sure in all of those 70 some odd rides that I've done. So that's just my one little knock. But like I mentioned, the health benefits that I'm getting from the bike, I will gladly listen to music that I don't like to achieve my health goals, because I still really enjoy riding the bike. So that's the only little 2 knocks that I can give it, and that's just, again, my personal taste, my personal preference. So to wrap it up, I really think that the Peloton is a good investment still here 8 weeks later. I'm really pleased with my results. I'm motivated to keep achieving better results, but I'm satisfied where I'm at already. I'm looking and feeling better already. I wasn't extremely overweight or anything like that, but I had extra baggage that I was carrying around emotionally and physically, and I've been shaving that off little by little, and I am getting more confidence. And again, blood pressure has gone down, just overall feeling a lot better. And again, my clothes are fitting looser, which is always a good thing. And so I would gladly recommend this still. If you're interested and you're watching this and you have not purchased a bike, it's a good investment. I'd do it again. Maybe you will have a good experience with it if you go with it. I can't guarantee that. But if you don't have the bike and you're watching this, I'm gonna put in the description below my referral code. Thank you to those of you who have already used my referral code. I was able to get a bunch of Peloton clothing for free from you guys using the code, and of course it'll save you $100 off of your order, which is always nice. So that's gonna wrap it up for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like it, please subscribe before you get out of here, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next video.